This is Head Bussin' Boxing, and we are back in the house. And Dillian Whyte caught a little bit of good news. Maybe Dillian won't be kicked out, suspended, ostracized, put away. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this boxing scene article. Try to make this quick. It says Whyte completed VADA testing program, but not yet in the clear. And it says Dillian Whyte isn't yet out of the clear, but at least has some good news to share amidst recent controversy surrounding his latest in-ring victory. The heavyweight contender from Brixton, England, by way of Jamaica, produced a clean sample for his final pre-fight as well as his post-fight random drug test with Voluntary Anti-Doping Agency, aka VADA, surrounding his July 20th unanimous decision win over previously unbeaten Oscar Rivas, whom also tested negative on both such occasions as well as throughout the testing period. The final pre-fight test samples for both participants were collected on July 17th and the post-fight sample on July 21st, one day after the 12-round interim title fight at London's O2 Arena, according to an official VADA submitted letter to both of camps, of which BoxingScene.com was able to view to confirm, but is not presently in possession. Whyte, 26-1 with 18 KOs, recovered from a 9th-round knockdown to hand Rivas 26-1 and 18 KOs, his first defeat, thus extending his own win streak to 10 straight. His only one loss, that is, to AJ, aka Anthony Joshua. VADA announced on April 26 that both athletes officially entered his program, although how often each participant was tested has yet to be confirmed. VADA representatives declined comment to BoxingScene.com as such information is extended to remain confidential. While this piece of news gives Whyte reason to breathe a sigh of relief, it doesn't yet clear up the latest controversy surrounding his latest victory. A breaking news item from BoxingScene.com, contributor Thomas Hauser on July 24th revealed Whyte's A sample that was collected and tested by UKAD, ordered which all UK fighters are subject to random drug testing. During a random drug test in the second half on June, showed traces amounts for 2 metabolites from a banned substance, dianabol. Because of the length and time it takes from conducting the same process, through test completion, results weren't reported until July 17th upon discovery by UKAD to the British Boxing Board of Control, or the BBBFC, and to Whyte, who then advised his promoter Eddie Hearn, whose Matchroom Boxing presented the event. Missing from the group was the other side of the main event. Nobody on Rivas' team was informed of such findings until after reading the aforementioned first story submitted by Hauser on this very site. In other words, they did not hear about it until they actually looked at the Boxing Scene article themselves and found out that way. That's an ugly way to find out such news. But anyway, it says, nor was Rivas' side made aware of a hearing that was held hours before the fight, where Whyte, who agreed to a hearing in lieu of requesting his B sample to be open and tested, as such a process would have postponed his bout indefinitely, was requested to provide supporting evidence in order to be cleared for the contest, as has been repeatedly insisted by Hearn in professing his fight innocence. Whyte was cleared to fight by the British Boxing Board of Control, or the BBBFC. It doesn't mean he's in the clear to fight anytime soon. The matter remains under investigation, in which such cases are opposite. In which such cases are opposite that of traditional court hearings. Whereas you are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, drug testing cases require the offending party to prove his innocence. But with that being said, they wasn't going to stop the fight because he was appealing it, according to what they do over in the UK, from what I've read in such articles. But anyway, Whyte contention that he passed all VADA testing was supported by the Las Vegas-based testing organization, confirming that Whyte and Rivas successfully completed the program Any athlete producing a positive drug test conducted by VADA is automatically removed from the program and would have to reapply. The remaining question is how his late June test with the UKAD produced the lone adverse findings through 12 weeks of testing with 2 different agencies. Any such cleared tests from either agency would also have to fall within the time frame the substance in question remains in the human system, which would support Whyte's case. Any such gaps would leave his team to further explain how the substance would wound up in his system. As drug testing agencies are clear in the insistence that athletes are responsible for what enters their system regardless of means of consumption. So in other words, they ain't trying to hear no excuse. They don't care if it was an energy drink. They don't care if somebody drugged you up. If it's in your system, it's in your system. Including amongst the recent developments was the rug being pulled from under Whyte's feet in regards to a guaranteed future title shot. The top-rated contender, whose lone loss came to Anthony Joshua in December 2015 clash of unbeaten rising prospects, has served as the highest-ranked heavyweight contender in the world boxing, the WBC rating, for more than 600 days heading into the fight. So basically they're saying what we already know. He got stripped of his mandatory spot or #1 contendership. The interim title at stake came with the promise of a shot at the full title currently held by Deontay Wilder, 41-0, with 1 draw and 40 KOs by no later than next May. Which, like I said, that could have got pushed back too, because trust me, if the WBC decided they wanted him to fight Andy Ruiz and they put that out there already, they already stated that all mandatories would get postponed because unification / undisputed fight would trump a mandatory. And it says the Mexico City-based sanctioning body has since withdrawn its recognition of Whyte as its interim titleist. Pending further review of his current drug testing case, Whyte previously served a 2-year ban after the banned substance, methylaxib, whatever, was found in a collective sample from random drug testing surrounding the October 2012 win over Sandor Balog. The lengthy suspension was handed down despite sympathy amongst the review board for the claim to have ingested through energy drink Jack 3D, which is now banned, but at the time was legal to purchase in stores and which contained that substance. Because that remains on his record, Whyte, 31, could face a minimum 4-year suspension for his second offense in accordance with the World Anti-Doping Agency WADA rules. So, I mean, he caught some good news, but we'll have to see. I mean, at this point, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how he got it in the system, but clearly he tested positive for it. So we'll just have to see. To tell you the truth, I hope he don't get suspended. If it's something simple, you know, I kind of hope he don't get suspended, because that puts another live body in the division. You know, for the longest, the heavyweight division had a bunch of stiffs in it, so I don't want to, you know, subtract from that. But at the same time, I don't want nobody fighting that has an advantage either. So it is what it is. We'll just have to see how it plays out. But hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Do you think the decision will be turned around? Do you think he's innocent? I mean, let me know what you think about it, period. You know, hit me up in the comment section. I'll chop it up with you. But anyway, this is Head Bustin' Boxing Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. I am out.